If you read their website, you might think that WhetStone Bank, with assets of $77.3 billion, is quite healthy, with strong capital reserves, credit ratings, and capital ratios. In fact, the bank is treading water. They have 6 years of declining earnings and shrinking deposits. For the past 4 years, they have scored exceptionally poorly in customer satisfaction, and they've had 3 CEOs in 4 years. The board of directors know they need to make a bold move. They hire turnaround specialist John Keller. Keller is a former McKinsey partner with 10 years of experience in banking. He was featured in Fortune magazine's Hot 100 Young Executives. His wife is a state senator and well-liked, and the press reaction is favorable. Keller insists on complete control to fix the company, something the board did not grant previous CEOs. 2 weeks on the job, and Keller announces to the board that he will be featured in a network television show. Welcome to the age of disruption. Companies are undergoing unprecedented change as new technologies, new management techniques, and empowered customers make their impact felt. Each week, we follow the CEO of a major corporation as they go undercover in their own company. This week, the CEO of WhetStone Bank, a national retail, commercial, and wealth management institution, will pose in a series of disguises to get an insider's look at his own company. The team of professional makeup and costume specialists at UndercoverCEO transformed John Keller into Derek Smith, recent college graduate and trainee as a loan officer. Derek reports to Pine Haven, Maryland, for training at a small-town branch of WhetStone Bank, where he meets Sally Belkin. Sally's been branch manager for 10 years after working her way up through the ranks from teller. She proudly shares her success. Elected 3 times to the President's Circle, Sally has enjoyed trips to Costa Rica and a Carnival cruise. She boasts that Derek is about to learn the Sally Belkin method for putting the people back in banking. Sally invites Derek to meet with Cal and Melinda Shear, who want a mortgage. They've never bought a home, and they're very excited. Sally fills out the application with them, which takes several hours. The couple wonders why they have to provide the same data that they've already done when they open their savings account. Melinda has a paper bag full of documents. Sally announces that there's more documents needed, and they need to come back again tomorrow. Sally takes the application and the large stack of documents and makes 2 photocopies. She takes her personal copy and puts it in a file and stores it on a desk in an unused office, piled high with other folders. She puts the other copy in a yellow bag for the courier to pick up at the end of the day. She explains the color-coding system for the bags so that the right documents will go to the right processing center. When the couple returns the next day with the missing documents, Sally gets her folder from the office and discovers that she's missing some of the documents they already submitted. She asks them to return a 3rd time with the missing documents. "Can't we just take a picture with my phone?" asks Melinda. The couple is very frustrated. They can't take a 3rd day off from work. They decide to withdraw their application and go to another bank. Sally tries to save the account. "But you have to come back. I made muffins." Next, CEO Keller dons a new disguise to visit the Bank Operations Center. As Jack Lester, he travels to Pratt Valley, Arkansas, to learn how to process loans. He enters a vast building with an open floor plan and sees hundreds of people working at low cubicles shouting back and forth at each other. Jack reports to Bud Silbury, the foul-mouthed, gruff manager who everyone complains about during their frequent smoke breaks. Bud's favorite thing to say is, "Why aren't you working?" Bud brags that he doesn't pick up his phone because it's only a pathetic loan officer asking about a loan, and I can tell you now, I have no idea where it is. Every Friday afternoon, as a perk, Bud invites a few team members to drink beer and watch horror films from Bud's collection that he stores on the company file server. Jack knows why he isn't working. He juggles dozens of different screens and applications during the day. People are yelling at each other all around him. I need it now. I've asked you about this 3 times. Documents are missing when courier bags arrive. To complete one loan, all he needs is a W-98 form that Jeff has, but Jeff's on vacation. Jack spends hours searching through folders, looking for the documents he needs, and no wonder applications take weeks to process. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot. My boss is crazy. CEO Keller goes into disguise again to visit WhetStone Marketing. With beard and sunglasses, he becomes Sven Wexler, digital specialist. WhetStone Marketing handles the company's press releases, creates collateral, produces training videos and advertisements with several agencies and independent contractors, and like all marketing teams, they spend a lot of time taking selfies and looking cool. Sven encounters issues right away. People work on the wrong versions of documents. Time is delayed while large files are shipped overnight mail on DVDs and USBs that sometimes get corrupted, causing further delays. Unencrypted email is the main method for collaborating. Sven is asked to send an earnings announcement press release to the PR firm before earnings are announced. The department spends hours searching through video to find sections to edit. Sven also notices a high turnover, especially among the younger workers, who leave after 3 days because, well, no one listens to their ideas. Sven visits the contact center and watches the team struggle to handle problems. Customers are frustrated that they have to supply the same information with each new person they speak to, because the team has no system to track it. For most problems, they simply offer a refund. They have no ability to gauge customer sentiment or see customer histories, and people hate their job. Sven does a basic Twitter search to see what people are saying about WhetStone Bank, and who pops up? Melinda Shear. Apparently, she and Cal have had a better experience with a rival bank down the street. And now it's time for one last disguise. John Keller shaves his head and becomes Eitan Krasinski, a security analyst with experience with some of the big firms, and he reports to corporate headquarters where he meets the Chief Information Security Officer, Bernie Hamp. Bernie brags that the company is both secure and compliant. Eitan innocently asks whether financial documents are left on desks in branches and processing centers, whether couriers lose documents while shipping, if emails with sensitive company information are shared with contractors and agencies, whether employees keep media and non-company files on file servers. And Bernie says, absolutely not. Eitan suggests that he do some security tests, and Bernie approves. Within an hour, Eitan has accessed a database full of credit card numbers, including one for CEO John Keller. Well, he brings this up to Bernie, who claims, well, it's just a one-time occurrence. Eitan learns that WhetStone Bank is involved in a lawsuit accusing the bank of gathering profile data that they shouldn't have, because it could be used to discriminate by race or religion. The bank has no way to identify data patterns or foresee problems. They also have to search through and collect millions of paper documents because they never dispose of anything. Eitan is assigned to sample some loan applications to look for fraudulent activities. He uncovers an application for a fake identity used by a man who is a known criminal. He brings it up to Bernie, who says, write it off. It's cheaper than installing a fraud solution. When Eitan asks Bernie to list the banks of high-risk areas, Bernie replies, I really don't know. Back in the executive suite, John Keller reflects on the experience of going undercover. I learned that we need to make sweeping changes to our culture, our systems, and our processes. I believe we can do it with a mix of technologies, best practices, and employee training. First thing tomorrow, I'm going to call my executive team together, And we're going to lay out a plan that will help us increase our ability to respond to customers in the branches, online, and in the contact center. We're going to improve all of our business processes. We've got to improve alignment between our processing centers, our corporate center, and the branches. We're going to collaborate securely inside and outside the company. We're going to do a better job at versioning, at managing large files, and transferring sensitive information. We've got to do a better job with that. We're going to improve our security and compliance with data privacy laws across the company. We're going to be able to assess what we have, where it is, who has access to it, and what we need to do with it. And finally, we need to get a better understanding of what we already know, of the information inside our system, to help us protect against fraud, to help understand customers, to help understand risk, to help us understand our business. Keller announced that this episode will never air on national television. He only did it, he says, to get the attention of the board and obtain their support for his efforts to drive change. However, he has made a few copies available for vendors who want to bid on transformational solutions, and that's how I have a copy to share with you. I promise to destroy this copy after this viewing. WhetStone Bank is fictional, and yet financial services companies around the world face the same problems that our undercover CEO encountered in the story. And you can see how our 5 business imperatives map very closely to the transformation goals spelled out by the CEO. Once you understand their business objectives, then you have a number of starting points to begin a dialogue. You can start with the solution approach, which combines all of our products, or you can start with a product approach and land and expand. It all depends on who you're meeting with and what problem they want to solve first. When it comes to customer centricity, case management combines a wide selection of business content services that can make the onboarding experience easier for customers. External data services enable lookups so customers don't have to supply information that you already have. A checklist guides Sally quickly through the process, or even enables self-service by Melinda and Cal. It's faster, more accurate, and less work for everyone. And let's help Sally through the complex document gathering process with instructions and automated steps tailored to each customer, and never lose a document again. With all content in context, Sally will always know what's been done and what's still to be done. And if Sally discovers there's some documents missing, she can tell the customer to take a picture and send them along at their own convenience with their smartphone. And it can be woven right into the case. With DataCap Mobile Capture, the app will capture the document, de-skew it, optimize it to get the best document quality. It's not just taking a picture. This is a powerful application with text recognition to put the data to work in real time. And what if Sally were to bake her muffins and go right to the customer's house and open a mortgage at their kitchen table? Or what about a worker who's out of office? The process does not have to stop. Use Mobile Case Manager for the same access to content analytics and work management tools. Now that's business agility. And in the processing center, Jack Lester picks up where Sally left off and doesn't have to spend days searching through documents. Content Navigator provides a single, trusted view across all the repositories. The case that Sally opened for Melinda and Cal clearly shows what's needed to populate the loan origination system, and no more shouting over the din to get some results. It's all tracked for Jack, and he can see where there are bottlenecks and fix them. And when Jack approves a loan, the entire process, with all the documents and decisions made along the way, is packaged into a legal record for e-discovery or to mine for best practices. And what about Bud Silbury? Assuming he still has a job, he can use a status dashboard like this one to see what his team is doing and tell a loan officer exactly where his loan is and when it'll be approved. He can see here that his team is all working at capacity, and he can maybe make the decision ahead of time to hire another resource to keep the line moving. What about WhetStone marketing and all their problems collaborating and version control and large file sharing and sending private data over unencrypted emails? IBM for Box gets you there quickly and easily with visibility into who posted the last version, when, and other information that you need to work smarter. Security and controls are built in from when you set up a folder, and you can use analytics to search for and warn you when sensitive data is being uploaded. Standard data formats, you can see here, Social Security number, credit cards, or you can create custom formats. Lots of control. Remember the problems WhetStone Marketing had searching and editing video? They can use IBM Kaltura's auto transcription and search feature to edit video quickly, and then stream videos that will recognize the correct form factor and deliver it seamlessly. Over in the contact center, Content Manager On Demand can provide access to a customer's bills and statements, which can tell you where they've been active lately and provide you some context when you're trying to solve problems. Put analytics to work with Case Manager and open a case every time a customer posts a negative tweet. The bank would have seen Melinda's tweet, and they could have some actions ready to fix the problems before they lose the account. And let's get Bernie Hamp's head out of the sand. With Stored IQ, the CISO and his team can really begin to manage governance and security. Stored IQ gives you the capability to search across all of your repositories, your file servers, your box folders, and data hubs to determine what you have and where it is. And when you discover that you do have sensitive information, you can take action with confidence. And if you do have an e-discovery, well, gather all the evidence and hand it off to the legal team with a complete chain of evidence. Use analytics to understand. They can tell you if emails contain passwords. Use content analytics to look for patterns and trends in content, for market research, for customer issues, for better team performance, and then take confident action. Or use analytics proactively to predict and investigate to identify fraud. Instead of random sampling loan applications, WhetStone Bank can use analytics to create a subset of suspicious activities and put investigators to work where they're needed. So here's the summation. Organizations in all industries are urgently looking for transformation solutions, and you have an extraordinary set of capabilities within the IBM ECM portfolio. Master the language of the 5 business imperatives and learn how IBM solutions can deliver business results and demonstrate it. And then, go change the world.